You know, it's so rare that I get a chance to talk to someone else who does this job.
It
know?
is. I loved it when you were on my show for that reason.
Yeah. And I'd go and talk to the others, but they're assholes.
It's true.
It's really true.
That's true.
He's the only nice one. No, I'm kidding. Wait a minute. Yeah, okay. No, but I did want to talk to you about the fact that you've been doing something I love to do. You've been traveling. You went to Russia.
Yeah.
And I was curious about that. And that is a country I've always wanted to go there.
Never been?
Never been to Russia. I'm fascinated. How was that? What was that experience like?
A little spooky. We went over there because there's so much talk about Russians interfering with our election in our country and the possible connections between the Trump campaign and, of course, the PP tape.
Yep.
You know, at the Moscow Ritz-Carlton, I think it was.
We used to have classier scandals. We used to have, like, Teapot Dome and Watergate. Now we have PP tape.
Yeah.
It's depressing.
You got to give the people what they want.
You got to give them what they want.
You got to give people what
it's
they
what
want.
the people want.
So no one had gone over to see what the PP tape room was because it was a presidential suite at the Ritz-Carlton. So I said, can't we rent it? So we went over and we rented the PP tape room.
The room where Trump allegedly.
Allegedly. It's all alleged,
yeah,
Conan.
Yeah.
It's all alleged.
Yeah.
And I went over there and I looked at it and it's totally believable. Totally. I went in.
This is your forensic analysis.
I went in completely neutral.
Is there a drain in the middle of the floor? What do you mean it's believable?
No.
Yeah.
No, but I will tell you this. Well, one of the things they said is that the reason that they might know is that because the KGB or the, I forget what it's called now, whatever the modern... GRU or something like that.
Yeah.
They've got cameras everywhere. And I was staying in the same hotel. And they said, like, just know that they're going to see you all the time. So I was naked constantly.
That was a real treat for them, I bet,
Just buck-ass Nate, you know, downward-facing dogs all the time.
Sure. You know, they also say when you go to a country like Russia, be assured that your phone is probably, your private phone is probably...
Oh, absolutely, that your phone is taken over.
Yeah.
I actually looked behind the mirrors of the presidential suite room where they supposedly had filmed this happening,
yeah.
And there were electrical wires going into a mirror. Now, I don't know about you, but I don't need to turn on my mirror at home. But these they had to be.
I do have an electric mirror, actually. Yeah. It takes years off my face. Yeah.
We were followed everywhere we went.
Were you really?
Yeah, we were followed by the Russians and we were followed by the Americans. Like American intelligence was following us around for reasons I can't begin to tell you. What, you know, clown boy here has to be followed for.
Right.
You know, you wouldn't want me making jokes
right.
about. I don't know.
Right.
But no, they actually were very clear that they were following me. Like they would lean out of a crowd and go, I work for Trump, and then kind of fade back into the crowd. I'm not joking. I'm not joking.
I'm sorry, Stephen, that's the worst espionage I've ever heard of. Working for Trump, I be. What is that?
No, I don't know.
Fitting,
I didn't say.
Yeah, that's how they speak, yeah.
Yeah, those were whalers, too.
I'm bringing up the old whaling thing again.
Yeah.